In a quiet residential neighborhood, a home emerges that feels both familiar and unexpected. At first glance, it speaks the language of tradition, stone, wood, and proportion. But as the eye follows its silhouette, something more contemporary begins to appear. A single-story residence stretched gently along its length, defined by a strong horizontal rhythm and a roof that refuses to be ordinary. A long portico runs along the front facade, creating shade, depth, and a continuous outdoor threshold, a place where inside and outside begin to blend naturally, and above it all, a sculptural roof. A single sloping plane directed toward the front, intersected at the center by a perpendicular gable volume, a quiet architectural tension that immediately defines the character of the house. Entering the home, the atmosphere changes instantly. The living area opens with softness and clarity, a space designed not to overwhelm, but to calm. The sofa and TV zone sit naturally within the composition, while a long built-in shelving system defines the opposite wall, stretching with quiet elegance. Light enters through large openings on both sides of the facade, creating a constant dialogue between interior life and the garden outside. Next to the living space, the dining area unfolds. Simple, balanced, and connected to light. Every material feels intentional. Nothing excessive, nothing unnecessary. Moving deeper into the house, a corridor becomes the spine of the entire layout, a linear connection that organizes all the private spaces. Along this corridor, a subtle design gesture appears. Horizontal LED light strips, rectangular, slightly offset, creating a rhythm of illumination. Not decorative, but atmospheric, a sense of movement in stillness. From here, the kitchen is accessed. Elegant, functional, integrated. A space designed for daily life, yet refined in its simplicity. The bedrooms continue the same architectural language. A single bedroom with warm tones, a simple bed, a desk, and built-in storage. Comfortable, intimate, personal. Then a master bedroom, more spacious, calm, balanced. A space shaped by natural light and soft proportions. Finally, the bathroom, bright, elegant, and minimal, serving all areas of the home with quiet refinement. From the outside again, the architecture reveals its complexity. The structure is built in light gray stone, giving the home a grounded, timeless presence. This is contrasted by the warmth of the wooden roof structure above, a material dialogue between solidity and warmth, between permanence and natural texture. The roof is the true defining element, a large single slope leaning toward the front elevation. At its center, it transforms into a perpendicular double-pitch structure, and toward the sides, wooden beams continue the movement, bending visually toward the rear, forming an acute, almost sculptural rear expression. The result is a roof that feels emotion, even when still. At both ends of the house, the walls open outward, creating protected exterior rooms. On one side, a private lounge area with an outdoor sofa and small table. Sheltered, intimate, almost hidden. On the other side, a dining terrace connected to the living area, a place for shared meals, open-air daily rituals. At the front, two large planter volumes frame the entrance gable. Small trees rise from them, softening the geometry, adding life and vertical rhythm. Nearby, a detached garage mirrors the architectural language with its own gabled roof. Its wooden facade creates a semi-patio effect, integrating it into the composition rather than separating it. Everything feels connected, part of one continuous architectural gesture. As the sun sets, the house transforms. Warm interior lighting begins to glow through the large windows, turning the stone facade into a quiet canvas of light and shadow. The LED corridor lighting becomes more pronounced, a subtle linear pulse running through the heart of the home. Outside, the garden darkens gently, while the portico becomes a protected, illuminated threshold. The atmosphere is no longer just architectural. It becomes emotional, a sense of shelter, warmth, and calm presence. In the distance, the lights of the city begin to appear, framing the house within its urban context, without disturbing its silence. In winter, the architecture takes on a new identity. Snow settles softly on the roof's complex geometry, emphasizing every slope and intersection. The contrast between white snow, gray stone, and warm wood becomes even more powerful. Inside, the home feels even more intimate. Light becomes warmer, shadows deeper, spaces more protected. The outdoor living areas transform into still, frozen extensions of the architecture. No longer active spaces, but sculptural pauses in the landscape. In other seasons, the house adapts effortlessly. Spring brings softness, greenery, surrounding the stone. Summer enhances the connection between portico and garden life. Autumn introduces warm tones that echo the wooden roof structure. The architecture remains constant, but its atmosphere is always changing. This is not a house defined by excess. It is defined by balance, between tradition and innovation, between solid stone and living wood, between geometric clarity and emotional warmth. A single-story home, but with a spatial richness that extends far beyond its footprint. A place designed not only to be lived in, but to be experienced across light, seasons, and time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more architectural projects and 3D visualizations. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.